White linoleum. That fits in nice with the decor. A world of nope.
Appearances. We are all descended from Noah's sons and daughters-in-law, so much of the world's diversity should be recognizable in these 6 people, we hope. Noah's sons look similar since they are brothers. Therefore, the sons' wives exhibit many of the distinctions we see passed down through history. Shem and Ariel. The Middle East is where many of their descendants ended up. As such, Ariel's appearance mirrors the attributes of people from that era of the world. That is a not very big place, is it? Ham and Kezia. Many of their descendants eventually settled Africa and Asia. Kesla's appearance highlights traits of people found in both of these regions. Oh yes, people in Africa and Asia look so much alike, it's easy to imagine somebody that could be a common grouping of them, can't we? Japheth and Rena. Rena possess distinct features that are commonly seen in people from Europe. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, kind of like the people visiting us at our museum. Many of their descendants eventually settled there. You'll notice we don't even try to explain the Americas. Oh, that's because we have a problem explaining the Americas, and Australia, and Oceania. Oh my, that's more data that we don't want to pay attention to. Just keep reading what's on here and pretending as though any of this makes any sense.
Noah surely possessed numerous qualities and skills. He was a righteous man, capable of constructing the massive ark. He also cared for animals, which is why the llamas looked so nervous. He planted a vineyard and was familiar with farming. We divided up these and other traits among Noah's sons and gave each daughter-in-law interests and personalities complementing their respective husbands. Because, as we all know, God wants women to be mere shadows of their husbands.
Why are the living quarters so nice?
Pimp My Ark.
Illustrations of Noah's Ark rarely give any consideration to the living arrangements for Noah and his family. What might their rooms have been like? Would they be simple, housing only the bare necessities, or would they have taken great care in building their rooms just like they did with the rest of the Ark? There are many reasons to think their living quarters were quite nice. As far as we know, the Lord did not inform Noah how long they would be on the ark, so the family would probably have prepared for an extended time inside the ark. Also, they worked hard caring for the animals every day. Having a comfortable place to relax and refresh
After that 29-hour workday
would be extremely beneficial for keeping up morale and energy for all the hard labor they faced.
Wait a minute, 2 beds. Aren't these guys married? I hope they don't light that thing. That's just the kind of thing that would ignite an ark full of methane and ammonia. The loom. Looms have long been used to produce clothing, rugs, and tapestries from various threads. Vertical warp threads are kept in tension while the weaver uses a shuttle to entwine the horizontal weft threads. Here's where the bullshit starts. While it's currently stored in the garden area, on a boat with one window, Reyna, a character they admit is made up, frequently moves this vertical loom into the comfort of her room while making clothes and other items for her family. And how do we know this?
We made stuff up.
Okay, everybody else gets a bed, but Kezia gets a hammock? And this would be the famous dove that replaced the crow that was fired after one try. Wow, these two must have really loved each other. They sleep 20 feet apart. We're in trouble now. They're finally going to have all the answers. Damn it, I always forget to make reservations. How am I going to get seated?
Interpreting the evidence. Creationists and evolutionists study the same evidence. No, we don't. We don't look at the same rocks. We look at tiny snippets and pieces of them and ignore most of it. We can't figure out how it all turned into rock in the flood, and our creationists like Andrew Snelling bypass that completely. Oh, the same fossils. No, we don't look at those either, and we don't work out the systematics and the paleogeography and all the little physical details. And the same world, well, we are on the same world, but we miss 90% of the data, either because we don't even bother to look, or we suppress this information and hope you don't look either.
Science.
Online tabloid. It's not exactly the BBC. It's the PIT, where we put the tabloid in the tabloid news. Hi. Okay, I'll be right there. What's up?
And there go the goalposts again. Let us note that a catastrophic flood is not a global flood. Stranger than fiction. Despite the fact that there is no known liquid water on the surface of Mars, many scientists who believe that Mars once suffered a flood of biblical proportions. By that, I assume they mean a global flood. Not true. Ironically, many of these same scientists deny that the Earth, a planet 70% covered with water, ever had a global flood. And they should.
They found Noah's Ark in Kentucky.
Bring back story. And color details. And green.
There is powerful evidence to show that both planets suffered major flooding. Yes, there is. What there is not is any evidence to show that either planet suffered global flooding.
Maybe this is what I get for complaining. A trip to Kentucky to cover a bunch of delusional religious dummies who not only think the story of Noah's Ark is real, they've actually built a life-size replica.
Okay, I'm not reading this. I'm not. This basically says that all of the strata, all the layers, all the rock layers were basically laid down and hardened into rock separately over the course of 1 year.
I'm going to tell you a story on the tooth fairy. I don't even know where Kentucky is.
But at least it does include the cautionary message, if there's a flood, climb a hill. You'll get buried last. We are often told that it takes long periods of time to form a fossil. We're told that by the scientists who do all the work. After an animal dies, it is slowly buried by sediment. Over thousands or even millions of years, the fossil is formed as minerals in the ground replace the bones and other organic materials of the creature. This is essentially accurate. However, unless they are buried rapidly and preserved, animals decompose after dying. Thus, fossils are known to only form relatively quickly under the proper conditions. That last part, that was a lie. Oh good, we're trotting out the polystrate fossils again. You know what, why don't we save this one for the next episode, because I have a good friend who knows quite a bit about geology, and I'm sure he'd have quite a bit to say on this subject. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.